Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service, and the channel continues. Two channelers side by side, you expect to have two messages, and there is one. For we both come from the same place on the other side of the veil, a place that has no location. You might call it the great consciousness in the sky, and you wouldn't be that far off. For multidimensionality appears that way to the human being who is linear. Let's just say that beyond the veil, beyond that glass which is dark that you look through, is light. The light we speak of has messages to you, and the one that I give, short though it might be, is a continuation of the one you just heard. What if you could get in touch with your soul? What if it were possible, just for a moment, in your imagination, why don't you do it with me? That through some miracle of the moment, just for an instant, that you would wipe away all of the things that are between the vibrations of you as a human being and your soul. The interesting part of this is that you are looking at you. Your soul, dear ones, has been with you life after life after life. It's you. If you wanted to say, what is the core you, it is your soul, not your mind, not even your Akash, it's your soul. The soul becomes that which many have called the higher self. That soul is the window to the rest of the story. And let us just say for a moment that you can contact it and be with it and fall into yourself in a way you'd never have before. And I want to tell you this. If you want to do this with me right now, I will tell you something. It's like the light turns on. Whatever you think is light goes away because that light is so bright. It's almost hard to exist in that light. And in that light there is love and there is truth and there is revelation. And the first thing you see is an alliance. The soul is not separate. The soul is part of a soul group, and that soul group is called God. It redefines everything you've been told about a central God that in a location has a consciousness that is separate from yours, and you realize it isn't. Here you are for just a moment, glimpsing into that box which is your soul, just for a moment, and realizing not only is there light, that's you, your name is there, and there's music playing, music that you recognize, it's the music of light, and you realize that you are part of the system of God. That's who you are. And at the same time, you realize something else, that all you've been told which would degrade you is false. It comes from humanity looking through that dark glass, seeing God dimly, not understanding at all what the evolution of consciousness is now showing you. You are magnificent. If that's all you get from that small glimpse of your soul, that's enough. Because as you come back to the biology of your body right now, and you sit there, I want a smile on your face. Perhaps all of the darkness that you've been told around you is part of you will now shatter and disintegrate and go away, and you'll get the chills of the aha you just had. Your soul, who you are as you walk around this planet, is closer to God than you ever thought. In fact, it is part of the creative source, and it is love. Everything you are and endeavor while you're here on this planet, you can do alone. And what I mean by that is you don't need the trappings of those around you who will say, do this, do that, climb these stairs, climb those. Go to these levels, go to that level, because you are your own soul, and you can go anytime you want and visit the magnificence of who you are. If you go one step further, the beauty of this is the elegance of what happens when you start combining with others who are doing the same thing. And enough of you do it. If enough of you do it, pretty soon, you have peace on earth. And that is the truest thing I have ever told you. Who you are, more than magnificent, is the future of the planet. I want you to go from this place remembering those words. Perhaps in a quiet time, you might repeat this just for a moment, saying to Spirit, let me have a glimpse, just a glimpse, of what that higher self is, that being of gold that is me, with one foot on this side of the veil and one foot on the other. It begs to take your hand and say, come with me. I got something to show you. Rest in the arms of God and know who you are. And so it is.